Oh my.
I saw Little Woman, and I think My Hero were the last two movies I saw in the theater. And one made me cry, and the other one got me dumb hype, and I haven't felt that way watching a movie in a minute now.
Can you actually go through your top 5 movie theater experiences?
Number 1 was definitely Infinity War. Actually, it was
Infinity War
yeah,
and
Infinity War. Infinity
wow.
War was people were like, let's fucking go, and then the ending, quiet, fucking OD quiet.
Oh, people were crying in my theater. People were crying in my theater.
I heard people like sobbing. Mad people were just quiet because a lot of people also were just like, that didn't just happen. That didn't just happen.
That's true. Yeah.
So to me, that's always gonna be number 1. No other movie's gonna top that shit.
Okay.
If I had to keep going, Dragon Ball Z was just.
That's on my top 5 also. Super was.
Oh my god, bro, that was.
And what sucks is that it was only me and you in that theater. I felt like getting that
dumb hype. We were
like every single minute we were literally punching each other. Like, let's go, bro! Yes! Every minute, and it was the best thing ever. Like people in that theater, I feel like weren't appreciating the animation as much as we were. Weren't appreciating it, like the chala, head chala little segment in the beginning.
No one was getting hype at all for that.
Meanwhile, me and you were like,
intro.
Oh my god, even the Bardock part of the beginning?
Nobody was like,
God, man, that was. Oh god, I will never forget that experience, bro.
You're gonna laugh at me, but another one for me is a Spy Kids 3D because that was my first 3D movie, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck is this? Like, it really like threw me off. I was like, this is 3D? Like, I really to this day remember that weird experience. I didn't remember like half the movie. All I remember was being amazed by the fact that it was 3D.
Right.
Like, oh, shit.
Right.
If I had to keep going, I remember watching Inception with my cousins was a fucking trip. Because we all were just like, that was such a... You know how everyone on the Inception was like, that was the greatest movie of all time. Everyone was saying that for a while.
To this day, people still say that.
Yeah, I know. But you know how everybody was on that page for a minute? Everyone was like, best movie. You can do it. Name another movie. Name another movie. I dare you.
What I hate is that people only said that because they were like, they thought they were on a deeper level than you.
No, exactly. Everyone was like, think about how deep it was, bro. Like, yo, you couldn't tell if it was still spinning or it fell, bro. That's deep as fuck.
I'm smarter than you. Do you not know this?
Oh, you didn't like it? It's because you're not intelligent.
That happened with the Joker also, by the way. People were saying the same thing.
Yeah, no.
People who don't get it, like, they're not in the right mindset.
Like, yo, it makes a commentary on depression and anxiety, and how dare you not notice that? It's like,
and the thing is, I love the Joker, but the Joker was so obvious with that. Like, if you don't get that from the movie, you're just dumb, in my opinion.
It's not deep, really. There's certain scenes where I think were very deep in the level of how it was filmed, but not deep in why that takes a lot of meaning. Like,
that bathroom dance scene?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That the filming of that was really well done, but it's not deep in its metaphor or anything. It's not like, yo, the way he stood left and then right instead of right and then left shows how he was leading to the left progressive movement of liberals. Like, no, it's not what he was doing.
But that's what it was, though.
Well, we can get into that debate right now.
No, okay. What's your fifth best experience?
If I had to do a quick scan for movies, I think the last one would probably have to be Parasite or Interstellar. One of those two. Because I remember Interstellar made me feel some type of way when with the music. I think Hans Zimmer killed the Interstellar soundtrack, and I just remember just listening to that in the theater. I was like, this will never be this good in a fucking
that was an experience.
living room couch. But Parasite, obviously, Parasite was just a fucking fantastic film. And I think it was interesting because that was the only film I ever watched where the audience was split. As you can tell who was really watching it and who was just kind of seeing it, if that makes sense. Because there are a bunch of people behind me who were laughing at moments that you weren't supposed to laugh. And I'm just like, this is interesting to see how people are perceiving this.
Oh, dude. You know what I felt like? Because that movie is, obviously a movie about class, right?
Yeah.
And I watched it in the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Nice. So the people that I watched it with, I feel like just didn't get it. I watched it with my ex-girlfriend, and we are both from not the best well-established background. Yeah. So watching it, I was heartbroken. But people in the back were like, yo, yeah.
I I saw it alone in a theater full of Pearl District Portlanders. Pearl District is one of the richer kind of neighborhoods. I shouldn't say shit because I live there, but besides the point. I watched it there, and there was these three Brads behind me who were getting drunk, and they just kept laughing like, "Oh, dude, that's fucking hilarious! Oh shit, get fucked!" And it's just like, yeah, they're not quite getting this. The moment that got me was like I can't remember the name of the son, but he was genuinely trying to talk to his father about everything that happened in the house after they just escaped.
Oh, were they in the shelter? And
yeah, they were in the shelter and they were talking, and you can tell the son was having doubts about what they did. And he felt bad,
right.
And the father was just telling him like, just forget about it, get some rest. Like he didn't want to talk about it. And the people, you can tell that at that moment it's very interesting because it's like two different dynamics,
Yeah.
And then behind me, the guy's just like, oh, he told him to go to bed. It's like, what? How is that funny?
Also, it wasn't necessarily a good experience for you, but it was like a really eye-opening experience.
It was eye-opening because it was the first time I saw a film that had an effect. I think the effect that it wanted to have on people in real time near me. So I was like, huh, this is fucking interesting.
That's interesting.
Not to say I didn't love the movie, obviously.
Yeah. I wouldn't have put that movie in my top 5, but that definitely was an eye-opening experience for me. In my top 5, I know this isn't going to be surprising to you, but I know you probably will judge me. But when I did watch the Power Rangers movie in 2017 in theaters, my first time.
Saw that one coming.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, bro, and you know this already. I told you this before, but hearing the Power Rangers theme song.
Oh, I bet you were dumb hype.
I wasn't dumb hype. I mean, I was. Don't get me wrong, I was. But my initial reaction, I was like in my seat like this. And by the way, I'm proud of this fact.
What?
I'm the first person in New York City to have bought a ticket for that movie.
How do you know that?
I was waiting patiently every single day for tickets to come out. Mm-hmm. And there was a glitch in the system where they had tickets being sold early and only at one theater in all of New York City, and it was Times Square, AMC. Only theater selling the tickets. I clicked to go buy a ticket and it was empty. The theater, there was no reserved seats. So I bought a ticket for myself right in the middle of the theater. I was the first person. And then right after that, I knew I secured my seat. And the thing is, AMC realized their mistake and they delisted it, but I still had my seat. Like I still had.
Damn, you were the first one to get it.
First person on. It was only one showing too. It was 7:00 the day before.
That's wild.
And I know for a fact I'm the first person in all of New York City, and I have that fact. Like I'm a Power Rangers fan.
Ticket, don't you?
Somewhere actually. No, actually, I'm bugging. No, I'm bugging. It was online. I bought it online. There was no
online too.
Yeah.
You might as well print that shit free.
I might as well. But
you can honestly, if you sold it on eBay, someone would probably be like, "Let me get that."
Yeah, it has to be so deep into Power Rangers, bro. But regardless, I was in that theater, middle seat in that theater, and I was just, and I cried like a baby, bro. There were tears, bro, and everyone in the theater was like, people who were into it. They were, yeah, and I'm actually living in the best,
uncontrollably sobbing.
I'm living in the best timeline right now. That's how I felt, bro. That's how I felt. My friends who were with me, I had like maybe 10 people with me. They all, at that point,
they all knew how much this meant to you.
A lot of them pulled up only because of that. Like some of them said, "We know I'm only here." We've had multiple group outings before to go watch movies, but some of them never pulled up before. One of them showed up and he's like, "Listen, I'm only here because I know this means a lot to you." And he during that scene, he dead looked back at me. Like, he was in the,
he didn't even look.
Yeah, he wasn't looking at the movie. He just looked at me so he could see my reaction. And after when we got out of the theater, everyone was like, "Yo, bro, you okay, dog? We saw you. You were crying, bro." And I'm like, that was the best experience. And then you know what happened? Someone pulled up to me that I met at a convention before. It was like at a comic convention. It wasn't even.
You saw him at the theater.
After the theater. We were in the theater together. He pulled up to me. He's like, "Hey, dude, you were at this convention with me, right? We were sitting next to each other at the Green Ranger panel discussion." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, what's up?" And he's like, "Yo, you recorded that dialogue, right? You recorded the entire thing, right? On my phone, on your phone?" I said, yeah. And he's like, oh, dope. Can you please send that to me? I'm actually an artist for the Power Rangers comic book. And in exchange, I don't really have that much money, but I can give you one of my prints, like that I made straight up. And I'm like, yes! What the fuck?
The fuck
Yes!
is that?
I have it in my room.
Ashley was there like, oh yeah, I dabble and draw sometimes.
No, he's literally one of the comic book artists.
I get that, but the way he said it was like, yeah, I dabble in drawing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you can send me that, I can give you like a print. It's nothing crazy, but.
And the thing is, I put it on YouTube after. I could have just sent him the link, and it wouldn't have been an issue. Like, he could have found it, but like he sent me the link. He mailed it to me, bro, and I have it in my room. So kudos to him.
That's so wild to me.
One of the best
Like,
experiences.
yeah, I draw for the comics, So
Do it for the
you wanna
culture.
send me that?
Do it for the culture. I also have Star Wars Episode 7 in my list. Just the Star Wars.
And everyone's like, ah!
Yeah, because that was the first movie in so long.
I'll be real. So like, I still to this day don't consider myself a huge Star Wars fan.
Yeah,
I don't think I
know.
ever will become one, which is kind of sad to say. But I went to watch Star Wars 7 with my friend back in college, and I got into theater, and the big Star Wars shit popped up, and everyone went nuts. And I just remember looking around me going, I forgot how much this means to a lot of people.
Oh,
Like,
dude, yeah.
I legit forgot like how long it's been for these people. I'm like, damn, this is really long overdue for them, hasn't it?
Oh, dude, yeah, you were, yeah.
Because they were going nuts, and I was like, damn, really? For the logo? Shit.
I watched it with a homie of mine who gets it like me, and I watched it with two people who were just casuals, I believe. I forgot. If they're listening to this right now and they weren't casuals, I'm sorry. But regardless, but I know that like me and him were just talking about like, yo, the minute I see Star Wars pop up,
I'm losing my shit.
I'm losing it, and I cried, bro. I cried. Oh my god, I cried. I cried at freaking everything, bro. And
but the thing is, you make fun of me for crying when you do the same shit too.
Oh, of course! Come on, dog. You make fun of me, I don't care, because I'm gonna make fun of you. That's just how it is, dog. That's just how it is. And yeah, I know you get this. I know you get this one, bro. Captain America Civil War, what was the best moment for you?
Civil War?
Captain America Civil War, what was the best moment for you? There's only one right answer for New Yorkers.
Am I tripping?
Yeah, you are. As soon as
cried?
No, when Tony Stark was like, listen,
Queens!
And then that's Queens?
Yeah.
Oh, and the thing is,
Bro,
you didn't watch it in New York.
I was the only one. I was the
I
only
know
one
you
in
were.
the theater. I was the only one in the theater like, ah! And everyone was like, Queens. So I'm like, fuck you!
Yeah, you were the only person.
I got dumb because like, yo, this is one of the only times I'm gonna see my bro represented. This is one of the only times I'm gonna see it. Fuck, I forgot about that moment. Goddamn.
Yeah, so like you
good.
didn't have that great of an experience because it was only you. But watching it in New York, that was everyone in the theater lost their shit because everyone knew what that meant. Not only am I seeing New York, even though every Avengers movie is just always in New York, but New York, Queens, and I'm not even from Queens. I don't stand Queens, but I have people from Queens like you, so I get it. But it's Spider-Man, dog. It's Spider-Man, bro.
They recreated Queens. It's not actually Queensboro, but they recreated Queensboro Plaza in one of the trailers for the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I was like, oh! And everyone's like, why'd you get hyped for him swinging through the stage? Like, that's Queensboro Plaza. I know nothing about that.
People don't get it, dude. No, one of the best experiences I've ever had in the theater. And after that, I already have, that's 4, right? I don't know. I feel like off the top of my head, there's probably a better 5th one for me, but maybe just off the top of my head, it's either Avengers Assemble or Captain America with the hammer. That was pretty dope.
Avengers Assemble, that moment was pretty fucking dope, but still, my theater wasn't as dope because I saw Infinity War in Grand Rapids, which is really weird because Grand Rapids is more hyped than Portland. Portland, I think, is the bad fucking audience for the movie, honestly. Like, and they're terrible. But Portland for Endgame was shitty compared to Grand Rapids, which is probably in the top, probably the 5th biggest city in Michigan. It's not even in the top 3.
Okay.
Fucking Infinity War, like. Nah, but Avengers Assemble was actually a fucking insane moment. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and there was a lot of great moments in Endgame that people got hyped for, but I think that was probably one of the better moments in the movie.
I want to go back to the theater so bad.
So bad.